All right. Welcome to another episode of Blindsided by Reality.
Is that what we're calling this?
We are calling this.
Okay, we've established that that's the name of this.
Yes. Brian and I, who started this with me and then bailed hard.
You hear that, Harold?
Yeah.
Kicking on up the road, buddy.
Yeah, kick rocks.
That's
Brian
right.
Harold. We had workshopped a couple different names that we really liked. Turns out all of our catchy names were already in use.
I hate that for you guys. And I am a first-time guest, first-time listener.
Yes.
So this is news to me.
Yes, you are
Correct.
a first-time guest, first-time listener to this, but you are not new to the podcast scene.
No, I do that on occasion. For sure, as a full-time job.
For those of you who don't know, this is Dan. We work together on a podcast called Deck the Hallmark.
That's right.
And so we're here. I'm going to break down episode 6 of the latest season of The Bachelorette for you.
I can't wait.
It's going to be a time.
Do I ever want to watch these? No. Do I love hearing about them secondhand? Yes. It's like as a kid, I loved watching people play video games that were extensive. Mm-hmm. Like the levels were extensive and there was all this stuff you had to do. I didn't want to play it, but I loved watching it, weirdly enough.
You get to hear all the drama.
That's right.
Offer up all of your unsolicited opinions, and you did not have to waste 2 hours of your life.
2 hours?
Yes.
Sick through a lot of commercials there?
I do try to catch it live if I can.
Yeah, of course.
Maybe start it a few minutes late, like 8:15.
Yeah, so then you can fast forward commercials. Yeah.
But like on the weeks, some weeks it starts at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And some
for those at home.
Some weeks it's at 9 p.m.
Oh.
And when it's at 9 p.m., I do not wait. I want that sucker done.
9 to 11. Oh, it's just it's
sorry, no. 9, yeah, you're right. 11:01. I want it done.
Yeah.
I don't want to be
definitely be in bed. If we're talking stand up to watch The Bachelorette.
The first week I tried to watch it, it was at 9, and I was so angry because I sat down at like 8:05 and I was like ready to do this, and I turned on the TV and it was like Jeopardy, and it said it wasn't starting for another hour, and I was so angry I just went to bed. I did not wait.
Do they keep it a mystery on purpose, or are they just like?
I don't look. I was just so confident it started at 8.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we should like get a TV guide and check our local listings.
It's almost like a real quick Google search would solve that.
You know what's a good way to keep people from watching your show live is to change the time of it every single.
I don't think it happens as often as I'm making it out to be. I was just inconvenienced a couple times, and therefore I will make it a huge deal.
Of course. Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. More than fair. So, Bachelorette.
Yes.
How many bachelors are left?
In this episode, we have 4.
4 left.
And we started with 25.
Okay. So I saw like the first Bachelor, and I remember watching a lot of it because reality TV was like a new thing. It was like Survivor, The Bachelor, this is crazy. But since then, I've literally never watched it ever. I have a friend of a friend who was on the show.
Ooh.
So like a
female friend was on an episode of The Bachelor?
Yeah. So a friend of mine, his buddy's wife was a contestant. Not at the time. No. Was a contestant. And I did hear some fascinating information about how they pay you to be there a certain number of weeks. And then after that, you have to choose from your own volition to stay or to go.
If they still do that.
Yeah, it seems kind of shady, but the whole thing's shady, though.
I don't know if they do that anymore.
Is it still Chris Harrison up there?
No, we have a new host. His name is Jesse Palmer, who I believe you know from outside
ESPN.
the franchise.
Yeah, college football, Florida Gators, of course. But he was on the show.
He was a Bachelor years ago.
How's he do? Does he crush it?
Yeah, his season it just stands out in my mind because it had so many twists and turns. He had his best friend's wife on the show as a contestant, and she would feed him dirt every week. Did we know
that? Like the viewer?
Yes. Yeah.
That's fantastic.
So they kind of introduced that.
I love that.
And like their one-on-one night and like the first night.
When do the rest of the contestants find that out?
Several weeks in, she outs herself.
Oh boy.
Because she has started to make friends.
Boy, that she's lying.
Yeah. So she outs herself and goes home.
Have you seen every season of The Bachelor and Bachelorette?
No, I stopped a few years ago. I used to watch them very consistently. Bachelor, Bachelorette, Bachelor in Paradise, all of that.
Duh.
But it was more like I did it with my friends. We'd make a whole night of it.
Yeah.
Wine, dinner, watch it.
Of course.
Chat. I stopped. The one I gave up on was Colton season a couple years ago.
Colton season. You don't want to mess with Colton season. Is it boring?
I know it had a lot of drama. He was famous for being a virgin.
Oh, I remember this in the news.
Yeah. And
so Fantasy Suite, get out of here.
So I don't know. I didn't even make it through the first episode. Every girl who got out of the limo made a comment or a joke about him being a virgin. And I said, I don't get what the big deal is. I think if that's your choice, that's your choice.
Yeah.
If you're not okay with it, why are you on this show trying to date a virgin bachelor? And I said, I can't do a whole season of this. And I didn't watch it.
But also, that's probably why ABC had him, is so they could continue to remind 100%. You over and over again.
I mean, there have been other seasons where it gets down to like the final women, and one of them will be telling like someone else in the house, like, oh, and I'm a virgin. And then they blow it up to be the biggest
of course they
deal
do.
Ever. And it's it just...
Yeah. Which is better, Bachelor or Bachelorette? Like consistently?
That's a great question. I think I prefer The Bachelorette.
Okay.
And overall, I prefer Bachelor in Paradise.
What's that?
So Bachelor in Paradise
like
is
where
basically where you
everybody just hangs out and chills?
Yeah. Basically like the rejects from the seasons.
Okay.
Who don't get chosen, who aren't.
Okay.
They get the popular ones.
Sent to an island?
They get sent to Mexico. Little beachfront mansion in Mexico, 24/7 bar. And they get to kind of date around.
Bro, this sounds great.
It's amazing.
that sounds like it
They're
sounds
filming right now, airing this fall. I'll see you back in that chair.
I'd be blindsided by reality again.
Yeah.
I feel like you're wanting to lose then at that point. If you lose, then as long as you do a decent job, you get to go to Mexico for another free vacay.
I mean, basically, if you become beloved enough by America, you can either go on to be like the next Bachelor, or you can go to Paradise. And I'd rather go to Paradise.
Yeah.
Because it's just more chill. All the focus isn't on you.
That one's the best one.
That's my favorite
of the three.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Fair.
Yeah.
More than fair.
I think if we're just looking at the regular seasons, I think Bachelorette is a little bit better.
Okay.
It is dramatic, but you can kind of tell the drama is just kind of dumb.
I was listening to Greta Gerwig on a podcast, writer-director of Barbie. She's a genius. She's awesome. And she loves movies. And she said, have you heard this? She said when she wrote the script, she wrote it for Ryan Gosling. And the studio was like, oh, cool, Ryan Gosling's in for this. And she's like, I don't know Ryan Gosling, but he's Ken. You've got to get him. And then they called him and she met with him and he was like, I can't do this. Like, I can't do this several times. And she was like, yes, you can. And then when he finally took the role, he showed up, and after the first day of shooting or somewhere in there, she was like, this is like better than I thought it was going to be. And he said to her, I think Ken is like all the dudes on The Bachelorette when The Bachelorette is not around. So when they're all sitting there, it's like they don't know what to do. They don't know they're just like, or like, when's she coming back? When she blah, blah, blah. And they're just like sitting there, like big head, no thoughts. Like, it's just like,
yeah,
The Bachelorette's gone. Accurate?
Yeah, I'm like picturing it, and yeah, because I would say like the girls on a season of The Bachelor, they get into some real catty drama.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And and so all the drama is unnecessary and dumb. Sorry guys, but it is. But the
that's
girls,
why you're watching.
The girls, it gets like just catty and mean.
And they want that.
Yeah, and whereas the guys is like they just have nothing else to do.
Yeah, they're just there.
They're just there. So yeah, that's a
So when they go, like when she takes one of them out on a date, like a solo date, do they go back and show you what's going on at the bachelor pad?
If anything interesting is happening, sometimes, but typically.
Okay. Got it. All right, cool. So we got 4 left and we're going home.
We're going to hometowns.
I love it. This is fun.
And by hometowns, it is wherever their families are currently living.
Yeah, because if you're not going to go to your hometown. Yeah. So you could have.
Very confusing. We're going to start off with one of them. His name is Aaron.
Okay.
Every week, Aaron has talked about a different place that he has called his hometown.
Every week.
I, just going into this, did not know where we were going.
Okay.
He lives in San Diego.
That's a lot of notes. Oh, they look like a lot of scribbles.
Well, yeah, this is all the guys.
Okay. Oh, so as they leave, you scribble them out.
Color-coded, I cross them out.
Wow.
All my notes are color-coded by episode.
God bless you.
So I crossed them
That's
out. That's
blindsided by reality, folks. You're not getting that anywhere else. Just here.
Taking this real serious.
That's right. Can you do me this? It was 4 of them. Can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Can you tell me, I want out of 10, how much you like this person, this candidate for our bachelorette, whose name is
Charity from Georgia.
Out of 10, how much you like this character, and then out of 10, their odds of winning. So like 2 out of 10s. So like Erin's first.
Okay.
Your out of 10 score, and then the Bachelorette out of 10 score.
Yeah. So Erin, going into this, my score for Erin, maybe a 1.
Maybe a 1.
Going 0 sounds harsh.
0. God, is he just like a full-on misogynist? Uh-oh.
No. Night 1, he introduces himself as AA Ron. So just so you lose like 6 points there.
He did the Key and Peele bit, just out of the box.
Out of the, just introduce himself. AA
You know
Ron.
what's sad is if he did that there, that means it's worked before. That means it's worked before. He ain't coming on an ABC cold with that, knowing it's never worked. You know, I'm 0 for 12 with this bit. I'm going to shoot my shot.
On national TV?
No. That's worked before.
Ugh, yikes.
So that's bad. That's bad.
I hadn't put that thought in my head, and I don't.
He's at a bar somewhere, and he's like, "What up, girl? I'm AA Ron," and that's working.
Or he is talking to a girl at a party or a bar, and like they make the joke about AA Ron.
Yeah.
And so then he's like,
Or-
"Oh, girls find this funny."
Maybe he got really nervous for the camera. He just is one of these people that tells bad jokes when he gets nervous.
I'm gonna go with that because
Okay.
I like that one the best.
But 0 out of 10 still.
Yeah. So anyway, I'll give you some more backstory on Aaron. His gimmick is he has a trick coin. Both sides are heads. And so he does the whole heads we fall in love or tails I go home right now.
This
and
guy.
It's a head.
This guy.
So he stays. And then later on that night, he does the same thing. They're having their little one-on-one. He's like, heads, you give me a kiss. And they kiss.
Does she know it's a bit?
Nope. And then second episode, they go on a one-on-one date and they he does the same thing again and then tells her it's a trick coin.
This guy is either a 0 of 10 or 10 of 10. Like if you're like out of the gate with AA Ron and Magic,
Not even
then
magic, just a trick coin.
yeah, then you are either 0 or 10. That's bold. That's bold on national. That's bold anywhere, but on national
I
television,
believe
it's really
there
bold.
was a guy night 1. Oh, never mind. I thought there was a guy who did a magic trick night 1, but maybe not.
Ugh. He got kicked off right away, right?
I would assume so. I'd have to go back and
Man, I wonder if he tries the trick coin with other people too.
I don't know. It was not great. I don't ever want to be in a situation where someone tricks a kiss out of me.
Yeah, that all of that is bad. Like, but imagine this guy, AA Ron, packing up his stuff in wherever he's from, all the different places, and being like, all right, I'm going to go win this thing. I'm going to lead with AA Ron, and I'm going to move straight to the trick coin.
Well, I knew it was a trick coin immediately when his 2 options were heads, we fall in love and get married at the end of this, or tails, I pack my bag and go home right now. And I was like, okay, in that one instance, I was like, cute icebreaker gimmick. It's a guaranteed.
Yeah.
But then when he brought it back for a kiss and brought it back on their date.
And this guy is still around.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, there's some real losers out there if this guy made it to the last 4.
Yeah.
I don't like him
She
already.
only knocked off like 5 or 6 the first night. I think it was 6. And I easily could have knocked off 10.
Wow. There you
I
have it.
just
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are his chances, Bachelor? 0 of 10 from Aaron.
going into this date, I would put his chances at like a 7 or 8.
Okay. All right. Right on. So where do they go?
So they're in Houston.
Okay.
So he lives in San Diego.
Southern boy.
But he grew up in New Orleans.
Okay.
And then I swear on the last episode, he talked about going to Dallas for his hometown. And so then when we opened up in Houston,
I don't know.
just didn't know where we were.
I don't know.
I had to rewind and double check the like location because I was expecting
This doesn't
San
add up.
Diego, New Orleans,
Yeah.
or Dallas, and we were in Houston. So
Yeah, I don't like this guy already.
yeah,
All
and
right.
he has caused a lot of drama
Yeah.
with the guy.
That's
from
why he's still
Charity.
around. It's the drama.
Yeah.
Where's
so-
Charity from?
Georgia.
Where?
Georgia.
Georgia, the whole state, huh?
All of it. She just represents Georgia.
Represents Georgia. That's how Georgia people are.
Yeah, and she does a great job. I'd be proud to be from Georgia if I knew Charity.
Yeah. Good.
Anyway, going
All right.
into it.
So going to Houston.
Yep. They do like a little comfort meal at his parents' house.
Okay. Like Southern food.
Southern food, like your stereotypical Southern food.
Yes.
But then also frog legs.
Like New Orleans it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of fried stuff, a lot of like sides, like mac and cheese.
And it looked good. Like
yeah.
You know.
How are the folks? How is
Great.
the parents? Are great. They
I
love
mean,
him. There's none of that weird drama, the weird tension there.
Kind of says like my parents are going to be really strict. So I was ready for some drama. No.
No.
They just loved her. They were like, oh, you're great. So they seemed great. The only issue was Aaron has not told Charity that he loves her.
Have the other three?
I think 2 of the others have said they're falling in love.
Okay. So they're getting there. Yeah.
So he might have said that, but he's not in love with her yet. And so mom asks, you
After
know,
2 whole weeks, they're not in love?
who knows?
Man, lame.
Yeah. It's a big issue. It'll come up later. Mom says, you know, would you, if you guys, you know, to get engaged, you know, basically in a week, like, would you say yes? And Charity said, I would not.
Oh,
So Mom
boy.
was like, whoa.
Red flag.
And Charity's just like, I just don't know. Like, I like him, but a proposal's
Yeah.
a big deal. So she explains it, and it's great. But
That was the drama that they fabricated for
yeah,
Houston.
just the way for Houston.
Yeah.
Um,
So just some soul food and 2 good parents, and that was
yeah.
all in, all done?
Charity does a little ITM, which is their little
What's that mean?
confessionals in the moments.
Yeah, in the moments.
In the moment,
Okay, like
yeah,
just
they
a
do little
one-to-one with the
confessional.
camera. I got you.
Yeah, she says, you know, when we started this journey, I saw Aaron as my husband, but now I'm not sure.
Ooh, she's
Which is a
cooling on Aaron.
Right, which is a shock to me because they have been, like, I would have sent him home weeks ago, but he has consistently been at the top. So when
But
she said
going
that,
into this, you said 7 or 8 out of 10 was were his chances. So
that's what I'm saying. Like, I
Yeah.
knew going in that she liked him. So when all of a sudden she drops this, I saw him as my husband, but now I'm not sure. I was like, oh,
oof, you know what? I'm not mad about it because I don't like Aaron.
yeah.
I feel good about this. Feel good about the chances of our other 3 contestants. I like it.
Yep. So then they leave the family and they go to his high school. He was a big football
Of course
kid.
he was. Yeah,
They
yeah,
have a little nighttime
yeah.
picnic.
This is why he still thinks magic and AA run works.
They get matching Letterman jackets. And then on their first date, they had a surprise concert with Lauren Elena, who is someone we both know from the Hallmark Channel.
Yeah, from the Roadhouse Romance thing.
Yes, that classic.
But she's charming and sweet and great singer.
Great singer.
Yeah, she's there.
She was not there. They just had the song that they danced
Okay.
to on their first date. They had playing over the sound system. So it's romantic. And then Charity is, you know, back thinking this could be a good thing.
And they're on the
So,
50-yard line out there, just in the middle of the field. Yeah,
dancing in
yeah.
their Letterman jackets.
I will say this: red flag is someone whose best days were in high school, right? Like that's a red flag. People who are just like high school is where I really
Yeah.
like, right? Is
Well,
that just me?
It's confusing to me because I was thinking about this going into hometowns. Like if I was on The Bachelor and I made it to hometowns, you're supposed to do something like cute with your date in your hometown.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is in my hometown? And it probably would be going to my high school because there's
Nothing else there. But this is Houston, Texas.
But I'm like, he didn't grow up in Houston. Like there's got to be other things to do here.
Yes,
And so
it's a
that
ginormous city.
That was the weird choice to me where I was like,
You would go to your high school in your hometown. What would you do at your high school? Just show them pictures of
I'd
you,
probably
like
go to the theater department.
Okay.
I was really big into
really
that.
big in the theater. Pictures of you everywhere and stuff. They'd put them up like there were, right?
No, I was on stage crew for the most part.
Stage crew. Okay,
Yeah.
and that's what you guys would do.
We would just go check it out. I mean, I did choir, I did flag team, I did mock trial.
Wow.
I wrote for the literary magazine. I did a lot of
Look
stuff
at
there.
you, just all around.
Just did a lot of stuff. Or I guess now that I'm thinking about it, if we could leave my hometown, I also was a big figure skater growing up. So if we could go outside my
That's
hometown.
that's time out. That's what you would do on your
Yeah,
hometown
I
date.
just wasn't thinking it's not in my hometown.
There's got to be an ice rink close
Yeah.
by, right? It's
Sounds over.
Massachusetts, like, right? Like that would be, you
Yeah.
would definitely go
now
ice
that I'm thinking
skating.
outside of just Milford, Massachusetts,
Yeah,
I'm thinking
you were a competitive figure skater. You're definitely taking this date to skate, and you're going to be better than him, and it's going to be adorable. That
It's been a while since I've skated. It could be fun on both parts.
Ooh, that's going to be it, though. That's it. Forget the high school
Okay.
stuff.
High school,
Mock
you're out.
trial
So
aside.
sorry, MHS,
Yeah,
you're done.
that's right. Get out of here, MHS.
So yeah, what would you do in your hometown?
Well,
Actually, your parents don't. Do they live in your hometown?
no, they don't. I grew up here. I was born in Columbia, but I grew up in Greenville. Gosh, I don't know. I don't know what I would do. That's a good question. Take him to the studio. We'd record a podcast. I don't know. That's a good one. I got nothing. I don't have anything like figure skating, and I don't want to go back to my high school. I mean, I had fun in high school. I just
Yeah.
don't, I don't know. I don't know.
Like play basketball with them?
Yeah, I do coach basketball. I don't know if you heard. Yeah, I probably would be something sports related or movie related or something like that. Yeah, something movies or sports related. Those would be the two things that would be.
We'll get to it, but there is a good movie idea date in here, so maybe we'll circle back.
I like it.
Okay, so that's Aaron. Great, moving on.
We did it. Cooling. Prospects cooling for Aaron.
Yeah, I'm just way over him.
All right. Way over.
Next, we go see Joey.
Joey.
Collegeville,
Joey ain't from the
Pennsylvania.
South. Yep.
He's from Pennsylvania.
College Town?
He's Collegeville.
Collegeville. Okay.
Yeah. So he's from Pennsylvania. He lives in Hawaii now.
Okay.
He is a tennis pro.
Ooh. All right. I played tennis in high school.
So that is Joey.
Joey, the tennis pro.
He has been my front runner since night one.
Yep. Like for you. So like
For
it's
me.
a 10 of 10 for you.
Yes.
For Aaron 10 of 10. So if it doesn't work out with Charity,
yeah.
if you hear that, Joey,
Teo,
that's right. There it
Greenville,
is.
South Carolina.
Greenville,
Going down.
South Carolina.
I would say going into this hometown date for Charity, he's probably at like a 9.
So he's ahead of Aaron
I would
going
say.
into the date. And Aaron's cool, so this is looking good for old Joseph.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I would say Charity probably wouldn't rank them that way. I think in her head, they're all pretty even. But I watch like how she behaves with them. And
Yeah.
Joey, she just lights up.
So she knows,
like,
even if she doesn't know it yet, she knows it in her heart.
Yeah.
I got you.
She
I got you.
really likes Joey.
Yeah. Fair.
So for their date, shocker, they go and play tennis.
Oh, what? Get out of here. What's wild is that wouldn't you do the hometown thing of the person whose hometown it is? She didn't play tennis. Oh, no, it is his hometown. My bad. I'm sorry. I'm an idiot. Yeah. So tennis. They go play tennis. Big surprise there.
Yeah. On previous seasons, pre-COVID, they used to, when it got down to the final 2, they would go to the Bachelorette's hometown and do something there.
Ooh.
And meet the family.
Yeah.
But now, they also, so next week is Fantasy Suites. We get down to 3. They get to do overnight dates. Each date used to take place in a different country.
Yeah.
And then they'd go back to the hometown.
Got you.
Now, for the Fantasy Suites, we all fly to one tropical location. Family flies to tropical location. We do all of it
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
So.
Fair enough. More than fair.
We won't get to see Charity's hometown of Georgia.
But is this, Georgia, that town, this tennis situation, it doesn't sound like there's anything else to it. It's just like we're in our tennis outfits, we're playing and
she puts
laughing.
on a cute little tennis fit.
Of course.
Tennis.
Yeah.
They're in like an indoor.
Is he teaching her how to like hit a
they have a
forehand?
cute
Classic.
little-
Yeah. Classic.
And then his Uncle Joe walks in.
Uncle Joe.
Uncle Joe is also a tennis person. I don't know if he was pro. He's an instructor now. I don't know what his background is, but he's the one that taught Joey.
Okay.
Joe and Joey. He taught Joey how to play tennis.
Okay.
Charity reacts big when
To
he
seeing
walks
Uncle
in.
Joe?
And I had to pause and do a good 5-minute Google search trying to think, like, has this guy been famous? Has he been a like?
She acts
Wimbledon?
like he's like a big deal.
Yeah, she's like, oh my gosh, I know who you are, and I was like, okay, and I just think like she just knew that was his uncle, so it was way
So
overplayed.
you think she was just like, oh my goodness, and it's just because like you recognize,
Yep. It was just the reaction to the reality was not
editing. It's got to be bad editing.
Great.
That's not good. No.
because I rewound it, did a pause, Google search. I was like,
Nah.
why is she so excited?
Yeah.
Unless it's because Joey's actually an 11 out of 10, and I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe she's just trying to impress him, however she can.
So they seem to have a great time. Joey's thrilled that
Awesome.
Charity and his uncle are getting along.
I feel like something's going to go wrong
Charity's
here.
thrilled because she's like, wow, this is so great. And Uncle Joe is not thrilled.
What do you mean he's not thrilled? He just met her.
Yeah, he loves Charity. Thinks she's great.
Okay.
Phenomenal. Great catch.
So where is it? What's the thing? Are the parents even around?
Yeah, we'll meet the parents later.
Okay.
Uncle Joe thinks that Joey is maybe not being his authentic self.
What?
Yeah, it takes a while for Joe to explain himself there, but he basically says that when Joey is in a relationship, he typically takes on the likes and interests, characteristics of the person he's dating. And so like
That's what he normally does.
what he normally does.
And he's
so
not doing that with her?
he thinks he is. So Uncle Joe thinks that Joey is not actually in love with Charity. Like he thinks that he's just like swept up in
The moment.
Yeah. So he's
Is
like,
Uncle Joe like, is he does he seem like savvy enough to pull this off as someone that just met them like together as a couple? Does he seem like he's like articulating this in a way that sounds sincere, or does this sound more like he's been told to say this?
I think that it was maybe, I think that this is probably something that Joey has done in past relationships.
Okay.
Where say he's dating someone who's like super into golf and all of a sudden Joey's
Okay.
like, I'm going to play golf every weekend. You know, I can see where maybe Joe has just made an offhand comment like, just want to make sure you're being your true self here. And then I feel like producers ran with it. And they're
Okay.
like, yeah, more of that.
Yeah. That checks.
Because we talk about this issue for like the next 15 minutes.
Oh, this is what I don't like about reality TV is they mention it 100 times. They mention it going into the break. Out of the break, they mention it again. It's a whole thing. Don't want any part of that.
Yep. So then we go to his parents' house. We meet his parents. Uncle Joe is still there. We meet his sister. And everyone in the family is very nice. They really
Great.
like Charity.
And they like Charity.
The sister has a little one-on-one with her. Charity tells the sister that she is without a doubt falling in love with Joey.
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt falling in love with Joey.
Wow.
Like, really. And so she has a great time. Joe and Joey have a little one-on-one moment on the porch.
Yeah.
Where Joe brings up his concerns to Joey. And Joey's like, no, I'm not doing that. Like, I'm being really authentic with her. And then Uncle Joe pulls Charity aside.
No,
and
he
tells
doesn't.
Charity, I don't think, like, he goes, how sure are you that you're getting the real Joey?
That is
Which
awful.
I think is so dumb because, like, how is she supposed to know?
What a D-bag move. What do you
But, like,
mean?
how would you know? How would you know?
You've
if
only
he's
known him
lying?
for 2 weeks. The Joey that you're getting is the only one
Joey
you
you
know.
know.
There's no way that it would be anything else.
So then Charity's like, well, I've always felt authentic with him. Like, I've never felt like he was lying or putting
But now
me
you
on.
got second guesses
And
in
now
your head.
she's doubting
Yeah.
it. So
That's
she and
tough.
Joey say goodbye, and Joey's like getting ready to tell her that he's past falling in love. He is full blown in love with her.
Wow.
But Charity is crying and is very obviously.
And so he doesn't tell her.
He is just like, she's being very distant.
no.
Like she doesn't want to ruin the night, but she is trying to hold it
So
together.
you got to feel like his prospects are also cooling.
Yes.
Mm.
I was so sick because going in, she was, definitely like a 9 out of 10. And I would say she's probably now at like a 6.
Oh no.
Like,
God,
she
I
was-
hope he still makes it over the guy with the magic tricks. Aaron.
I will say, I'm just remembering this. Joey's gimmick night 1 was since he lives in Hawaii, he brings a hibiscus flower. And he tells her about putting it behind one ear when you're single and moving it.
That's right. Which we
just
found out
watched a
about.
Hallmark
That's
movie,
right.
Yeah,
Aloha
where they did
Heart.
that.
That's
And
right.
So I had a little real life connection moment.
That's
there.
right.
I was like,
But
oh,
see,
yeah, I knew
that
this.
that is a bit that definitely works.
It works because it's where he's from. Like it was, it works.
Easy. My man coming in hot with Aaron and a magic trick.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Again, so night 1, Joey, 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
So yeah, now she's probably at a 6, and it hurt my heart a little bit because they're cute.
Okay.
They are
But we're-
the only interracial couple left on the show.
Oh.
And they have had some really nice conversations about what would it mean if we got married and we'd
Oh,
have
great.
a mixed family. Like, and Charity brought up, like, I am, a black woman, and like, these are challenges that I face. And,
Yeah.
and so he was very honest. He's like, well, I obviously have not had these issues, but like, I would do my best to support you, and so
Fascinating.
they've
That's good
worked
stuff.
really well. And
Yeah,
now
go
I'm
Joey.
Sad. Now I'm sad, Joey.
Yeah, Joey. What are you going to do?
And then next we're heading to Cleveland, Ohio
Cleveland, Ohio,
to see Xavier.
where the players play. Xavier, Cleveland, Ohio.
Yeah.
I've been to Cleveland. Was not a fan, but I'm here for Xavier. What do we got? So tell me you out of 10 and then
I would say me out of 10, probably a 7.
a 7. Okay.
I really do like Xavier.
Okay.
We just haven't, this is an issue for Charity as well. I feel like we haven't gotten to know Xavier as well.
Why not?
He just doesn't open up as much.
Okay.
And so
Closed book.
it's hard for me to rate him higher. Everything I know about him, I really like.
Okay.
It's not a lot. Charity, I'd say she's probably at a 7 as well.
Probably a 7 as well.
She
Okay.
likes him. He's made it to hometowns, but of the 4 that are left, he's probably at the bottom.
Okay. But not after Aaron. I mean, come on. Or Joey
Well, I mean,
sounds
actually,
like.
if she's had the Aaron date and the Joey date going into this, she's probably like, thank goodness.
Yeah. No kidding.
So
No kidding. What are they going to do in Cleveland? Like,
Yeah,
swim in a dirty river? I'm sorry. Cleveland's probably wonderful.
We're actually sponsored by
Yeah,
Cleveland.
that Cleveland. Cleveland rocks. And I will say this: I hear Cleveland's way better than what it was when I visited, which was like 25 years ago. So, I'm sorry, everyone in Cleveland and really the state of Ohio. I'm really sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Great.
Yeah.
So Xavier is originally from North Carolina.
Okay.
His family lives in
Cleveland now.
or maybe he lives in Carolina now.
Okay.
Whatever it is. They're in
Whatever
Cleveland.
it is. Yeah.
He has a PhD in biomedical sciences.
Ooh.
Yeah, Xavier.
He's a
smart.
doctorate.
Yeah.
All right. I see you, Dr. Xavier.
Yeah. So he spends.
He's
all of
basically
his days,
he's from the X-Men.
Yeah.
Dr.
He spends
Xavier.
all his days in the lab, and so to unwind at night.
Trying to defeat Magneto.
Yes. To unwind at night, he knits.
Yeah, he does. Oh, I can see where this is going already. Try to hide your excitement over there for the knitting scene we're about to get. Do they just knit on the couch? Is that what they do?
So they go to a yarn store,
Oh, good God.
pick out some yarn, and then they attend a knitting class.
I hate it, but I bet you
I
didn't.
was so in. I texted
Yeah.
my friend in all caps. They're taking a knitting class. I was
So your favorite of the hometown dates so far?
so far. This is a great date, and it was just something fun to do, but it was also a relaxed environment where they could talk.
Did it work for her? Like,
Yeah,
was Charity
she thought
okay?
It was so great. She thought
Okay.
it was laid back, and
I feel like it could go either way there. Yeah.
She, did a great job. She, I don't think, knew how to knit, so she was learning new skills, and
All right.
yeah. So I think it was just
Great.
nice- we can do something, but still talk. Where it's not like you're seeing a movie.
That's
so
right.
you can't
Of
talk for
course.
2 hours.
Yeah.
But it's also not you're sitting at a table staring at each other.
That's right.
So-
The pressure's off. There's
Yeah,
another
it was
activity.
Very low key. There were some other people in the class who could, help with the, keep the conversation going. So
I hear you.
yeah.
So Xavier's crushing it on the first date
yeah, I thought,
or on the hometown date.
Yeah, I thought it was great. I was like, good for you, Xavier. At this point, it would probably be the best hometown date.
Yeah, leader in the clubhouse because you had AA Ron, need we say more, and then you got Joey, Uncle Joe comes in and ruin it all. This
Yeah.
sounds like it's going great so far. Family drama?
Nope. This is the least amount of notes I took for the episode.
So it sounds like it's just Xavier in general doesn't get as much time as everyone else does.
I just think it was pretty low key.
Okay.
He does have a little ITM where he says that he wants to fall in love with Charity, and that put me back a little bit.
He's like fixing to get ready to think about maybe falling in love.
with her.
Ooh, I don't know.
Which am like, do you see yourself falling in love with her, or do you see like trying to make it work because you're on a TV show? So that's where I was like, what do you mean you want to fall in love with her? Like you don't think
like
you are,
that.
but you want
I don't
it?
like that one bit.
So
That
then
stings.
Now it took a dip.
Yeah, that's
for
tough.
me
But she
again.
doesn't know that. He didn't say that to
No, he
her.
did it to her. But he, as for like proclamations of love and whatnot, he is at the bottom of the pack from the other guys.
Okay.
Like they've
So
all
he's
been
at the,
very over the top about how much they're falling in love.
has she said anything to him about it? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
A lot to consider here. A lot to consider. But the day went so well.
The date was nice. They had a good time with his family. I have one note. It was one of the first things that they said going into the house where they talked about his mom has MS. And I stopped.
MS is not funny, but I know exactly what you're thinking.
Yeah. There is a Hallmark movie from a couple years ago where the character has MS and they make it
The biggest
the
deal.
biggest deal.
And they don't treat it well at all.
They don't treat it well. They tell everyone in town about the MS before they tell her.
I know about your mom's MS.
Yeah.
Could have done that.
So I wrote mom has MS and I promptly stopped taking notes. So
Yeah, you did.
Good time.
Of course you did. Yeah, that's all you needed.
You just need to know that mom had MS.
So we got one left. This guy is like, it's all in front of him. Like whomever this is could really steal this night.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure that Charity and no one else does this, and who knows what order they were actually filmed in, but it does feel like this guy's got an opportunity.
Yeah, opportunity.
All right. Hit me.
And I would say he could use the opportunity to rise to the front of the pack if he wasn't already there.
Oh, look out.
In my mind,
Yeah.
I would say this guy for me, his name is Dotun.
Dotun.
He is from Nigeria.
Okay. How do you spell Dotun?
Dotun.
Got it. Dotun. Yeah.
He is from Nigeria. Lives in Brooklyn. He's
Brooklyn.
an integrative medicine consultant.
Ooh, that sounds fancy, but in a way that could be very important or not at all.
Yeah, I think he's on the important side.
Ooh, but not a PhD in
Not like-
biomedical.
no,
I mean,
but I
get
think
out of
he
here,
kind of has
Dr.
that, like,
Charles Xavier.
immigrant work ethic where he came here, did not.
Oh,
waste
so
his
he
shot,
was born in
Yeah,
Nigeria. Oh
came
boy.
over. He talks. They have a one-on-one date where
Wow.
they talk about the like 1 in a million chance that he got to get a visa. To
And
come
before
here.
we get ahead of ourselves, out of 10 for you and then for Charity.
I would say romantically, it's probably at a 5 for
5.
Don and me.
Okay.
I would love to be his friend.
Okay.
Like he seems like the most genuine dude.
I got you. I got you.
Just want to be in his life.
Yeah. For Charity.
Going into this date, I don't know if I want to oversell it. I would say 10 out of 10, but we will give an official rating of 9.5.
She's saying that it's Charity and Dotton or bust.
Yeah.
Wow.
He was not. It took
It's bold.
probably 4 weeks for him to move into the front runner space. Like it was Joey for a good solid 4 weeks.
And then you're like, save Joey for me, Dotton,
Yeah.
Dotton for Charity.
I mean, and I was happy if Joey and Charity fall in love. Like good for you.
Yeah,
Glad you're
whatever.
Together.
Yeah.
And he was consistently the front runner.
Yeah.
But I would say she did 2 weeks of back-to-back dates with Dotton, and you could just see their chemistry explode.
Wow.
Like
So
an entire room lights up when he walks in.
So something's gone wrong. Didn't mean to interrupt you there. Something's gone wrong with every single date so far, and we have the front runner left.
Mm-hmm.
Man, feels like it's all the ball's on the tee there. I feel like it's going to go well for old Dotton.
We'll see. In previous episodes, she says, I feel like Dotton is my person.
Ooh, she said my person? That's
which
huge.
to me is like bigger than
way bigger.
like, it's
way
huge.
bigger. You say you found your person.
Like, that's-
very
that's
rarely do
heavy.
you go back from
Like,
there. That's right. Love is thrown around like nothing.
Yeah.
It's a dollar store word. You say you found your person. That's intimate.
And he, in a separate ITM, said Charity feels like my person.
Wow.
So-
She's his mermaid. Unbelievable.
I know. There's another episode or another season of The Bachelorette with JoJo.
Casey and JoJo?
No, JoJo.
Crazy,
but
crazy,
her-
crazy. Just
She chose Jordan
Peel.
Rogers,
Rogers.
Aaron Rodgers' brother.
Oh, really?
And night one, she gave like an ITM where she said Jordan already feels like my boyfriend, and they are married.
Oh, still
They're
married.
still together.
There you have
So
it.
I'm taking this to be based on past seasons.
Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah.
So they are going to Fresno.
Fresno, California.
Yes.
Hometown of Dotton. Not Nigeria
Yeah,
hometown, but this
where his
is.
family is.
That's right.
So they're getting ready for this dinner with his family. He is prepping her that his parents are unfortunately not here. They're in Nigeria visiting family.
Oh,
so they're going to be there
okay.
for about 6 weeks.
You're not going to change course for
Yeah, I mean, you book those trips
a long time in advance.
Got it.
So who's there? Like Uncle Joe coming in? Hey, Dotton, what up?
You know,
Nope.
in-laws. I think either he has a lot of siblings or some of his siblings are married.
Got you.
And we meet Grandma, who he describes as a whole vibe and a half.
A whole vibe and a half.
Yep.
So not just a vibe. Just tack
And
on another half up
I
there.
will say, true.
True.
Grandma, if you are listening, and you're not because I don't think you speak English, you are a vibe and a half, and I want to be you when I grow up.
What makes her so great?
She is in the kitchen, traditional like Nigerian dress.
Yeah.
Just bebopping, cooking up a feast of Nigerian food. Just living her life.
Crushing
Everyone's
it.
walking in. She's giving hugs to everyone. Like, cooked this whole meal by herself.
I love it.
And I was just like, yeah, I would hang out in this kitchen
Man.
every day.
And so she doesn't speak English, but she's in
It's
the.
like very few words.
I got you.
She does say a couple things to Charity, but
I love it.
She
I
does-
love her. I love her
yeah.
already.
she gives an ITM in Nigerian.
Does she really? Do they subtitle it? I would hope. What?
Maybe.
Come on,
I'd have to go
ABC.
back. I don't remember what she said, and so that makes me think they didn't subtitle it.
Does she have a problem with Charity, or is she
Nope,
on board?
She seems great.
Okay,
Seems to
good.
be on board.
All right, it's looking good. Looking good for old Dotton.
Yeah, and then I liked it because their dinner was outside, which everything else took place at like a stuffy dining room.
Yeah.
which I didn't mention. 'cause
But
it's-
Fresno's probably a little cooler than Houston and
Yeah. So
others.
they had set up like a plastic table and chairs and really kind of done it up nice. All the chairs had like bows on them, so it looked
Right on.
formal. And And then they just sat around the backyard, eating Nigerian food,
Come on.
chatting about life. Like, and it
Nigerian
just-
food's wonderful if you've never had it. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I was
really good.
She was on board. Charity said, my best friend is Nigerian. I eat Nigerian food all the time. I'm pumped. Family loved that. They were like, oh, you already know Nigerian food? Great.
Ooh.
And then, surprise,
Oh,
mom and dad walk into the backyard
from Nigeria?
from Nigeria.
Dotton's parents home from Nigeria?
Yep. And Dotton,
Can I wait a minute before we all get excited because we're all getting ahead of
so
ourselves here.
excited.
No, wait.
Sorry, I'm not excited.
But you know how these things are edited. Like Dotton is seeing his parents whom he thinks are around the world. How often does he still live in
he
Fresno?
lives in Brooklyn.
So he doesn't get to see them much and they're in Nigeria. Is he surprised or does he know this is coming? Like by your take.
My take is, I'm really thinking about his reaction because he didn't like cry. He does jump up immediately and just go hug his mom.
Okay.
He's so excited to see her.
Yeah.
I wonder if it maybe wasn't the first take.
But he sold it.
But yeah, I mean, I
Wasn't
believe
the
that like he
first take.
didn't know.
That's tough.
But like, I wonder if maybe when they first came around the corner, like,
That's tough. That's tough.
It
Okay.
was
All right. I still like a homecoming.
But-
You can't get mad at a homecoming.
yeah, it was great. Mom and dad they just love Charity, think she's great. They invite her to like, you're just a part of this family now.
Yeah.
Like,
Of course.
They bring her some gifts from Nigeria. I thought just had like such like it
All
did
right.
feel like they had been together a while. Like
Okay.
the chemistry was great.
Best family get together.
Mm-hmm.
The other dates have been fine.
Yeah.
What do we got? You told me it was movie
then-
themed. I've been waiting on the movie theme one.
So then they leave, Charity and Dotton leave to go off on their little one-on-one portion. They walk into the driveway and there is a classic white Thunderbird convertible.
Okay.
Chilling. And they drive to the local drive-in.
Oh, come on. Come on. Drive-in movie?
Yeah.
Drive-in movie.
What's the word I'm thinking of? They're the only ones there.
Of course. Of course they are.
Empty lot.
Come on.
They go and just get all the snacks.
Yeah.
Beverages. And Charity is so touched because when her parents were dating, their favorite weekly date spot was a drive-in.
This just go ahead and make him the freaking winner right now.
Yeah.
I'll marry you, Dotton. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, you and I are both officiants.
Yeah, that's right. We're gonna officiate the wedding. I love it.
We'll do it.
Couple of ordained ministers here.
Yep. So yeah, that's great. They go curl up, in the convertible. They got a little blanket, and the movie that is playing is a compilation of baby photos.
It's
and
just
home
it's nostalgia.
videos
Yeah.
from both of their childhoods.
I mean, why is anybody else competing at this point?
That's fine, I don't know.
Just leave it on the doorstep and get the heck out of here. That is just signed, sealed, delivered. He's gonna have to have a plot to kill her for it to not work out at this point.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, we're gonna have a rose ceremony where she has to send one of the guys home, and I think she could send three people.
Yeah, it's not Dotton. He's first to be safe, right? Gotta be.
He's got to be.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Well, I know, but we're not there yet.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, spoiler alert, he is. He is
Okay.
first.
All right. Okay. Good. Phew. Close. Because now I'm invested.
Yeah. So yeah, if he doesn't win this, something catastrophic has to happen in
Oh
the
my
next 2
goodness.
weeks.
Any red flags at all with that guy?
None. I haven't found a single one.
Man. Let's go. Charity and Dotton.
Yeah, forever.
Forever.
So then we have a little moment between Charity and Jesse Palmer,
Okay.
who's the host.
Who's the host? He showed up.
No more Chris Harrison. We physically see him in this episode, and
Is
that's
it?
great.
Do you not see the host in every episode?
We have not.
What?
So
Is he like narrating? Like is he like?
no, we have. So kind of funny. Like Brian and I started this little adventure where we thought it would be funny to rate whether or not Jesse was useful in an episode, because typically he just introduces the dates, introduces the final rose ceremony. But then there was a string of episodes where we didn't see him at all, and so it was kind of like, I guess
I wonder how much he
useless?
gets paid.
I would sign that contract.
Way too much. Yeah. Easy money.
2 episodes ago, we didn't see him the whole episode, and then we see him in the end credits. They were in Washington, and he does a whole bit where he's dressed up like Sasquatch, just running through the woods.
All right. Great.
So he
Good
got
for
paid
you,
for
Jess.
that. And
Got
then
paid
last
money.
week, we heard him on the phone. They did a whole luggage bit because Charity didn't send people home, and we heard him on the phone. But that was
Charity didn't send anybody home.
There was a 2-on-1 date, and so when there's a 2-on-1, there's 1 rose.
Okay.
One guy will stay, and from that date, one guy leaves.
Oh, like here's your things.
Yeah.
Wow.
But she
Stakes
chose
are high
to not
there.
send either one of them home from that date, and so it was just Jesse calling the luggage dude, being like, "You can go home."
Great.
And that's all we got of Jesse.
Fantastic.
So to physically see him, I was
It was wild.
shocked. I was like, I forgot that you were here. So they had a little thing where they just basically he doesn't ask her this, but I think this was the direction given, was sum up each hometown date in 2 sentences.
What?
I was really excited to have a heart-to-heart with Charity.
But it was just 2 sentences
Like,
per
I
date,
was
and
like,
that was
here
it.
we go. Jesse has been here. He's done hometown.
You think they knew they were up against it, and they just
I don't know.
okay?
I feel like if that's what it was, if we cut this one-on-one short because we put more footage from the hometowns, you could have cut the hometowns.
Yeah.
Nothing happened.
Yeah, sounds like there wasn't any drama at all, except for old Uncle Joe over there.
So in the first episode, I gave my hopes for this season, and that Jesse would really kind of lean into being a host.
Not doing it.
Share his like
He
firsthand knowledge of being
did the thing.
the lead. And no, like he offers no advice to Charity that we see. It feels very scripted, almost like they're reading off cue cards. Like I hated it.
Yeah, it sounds
honestly,
awful.
You could have cut that whole scene. Jesse would have been just as useful as last episode, and we would have.
It's
all been
ridiculous.
for it.
That's ridiculous. Shame on you, Jesse.
So
Jesse.
now we are going into the final rose ceremony.
Dot and safe. That's all I really care about. We're good.
So first rose goes to Dawn.
Yeah. Done and done. Xavier, Aaron, Joey are left.
Yep.
God, I feel like they always make the one you should keep in the bottom 2. It's a classic move they do. So we gotta go ahead and get rid of Aaron, so that the bottom 2 will be Joey and Xavier. And then you're like, whoa, those are the bottom 2. What are we gonna do?
Yeah, that is exactly
Yeah.
how I thought this night was going.
Yeah.
Because Xavier has been at the bottom like the last couple of weeks. So I thought for sure he'd be at the bottom.
Yeah.
And Joey has not been. Joey has been like the
So they give
first
Xavier
rose.
the rose.
So I thought Joey would be in the bottom with Xavier because of the drama with Uncle
They
Joe.
give Xavier the rose, don't they?
They give Xavier the
Yeah, I know how reality TV works.
So now Joey is stressed.
Oh,
because
yeah.
He does not, like, they didn't get a chance to resolve the conversation with Uncle Joe.
Yeah.
And so he's stressed. He's like, I can't believe I'm going to go home and I haven't had the chance to, like,
Tell her how I feel.
talk about this.
Yeah.
So they're stressed. And Aaron's like, well, obviously it's not me. Like, I'm winning this thing.
Duh,
he's just
Aaron.
so cocky.
Smooth sailing for that guy.
And then
I mean, he's got
gives-
magic tricks and fun jokes from 10 years
Yeah.
ago. I mean, come on.
And so I get this final rose. And then
You know who else had a coin like that? Two-Face. Harvey Dent, the Batman villain, you monster. Sorry, go ahead.
well, I mean, Aaron is a bit of a two-face because
Yeah.
when he's with the men, he's
yeah.
catty and dramatic, and when
Yeah.
he's at Charity, he's like, I
Oh.
just care about your well-being.
That's right. Two-Face Aaron. I love it.
Um,
Send him home.
Jesse
Send
comes
him
out-
home. Send him home.
I mean, we've already told you that, you know, Joey gets the final rose, but Jesse comes out and says, "Gentlemen, this is the final rose of the evening."
Yeah, as he does, because that's important.
It's
Without
a
that,
bit-
we would never know.
It's a bit I hate. They've done it on the show almost since the beginning. Like, bro,
We know.
we can see the platter.
That's right.
You know, even on nights where there's 20 roses, we can tell there's one.
There's
left.
one rose. That's right.
When there's only 3 roses, guess what? We can tell.
Gentlemen, there are 3 roses left. Yeah, that's how that works.
Yeah, but but we for the past couple episodes, we have not seen him at all, so he didn't come out and do that bit. But they brought it back for this, so
Good.
great. We all need
It's the final rose. Here it is, in case you guys couldn't count to 1.
Yeah, couldn't tell. Yeah, so she is sending Aaron home.
Yeah, she is. Thank God. Time well spent.
They walk outside the little ceremony room, and there is just magically a bench there now for them to sit and
Of course there is.
have a heart-to-heart.
Yeah, just say, don't let the door hit you, Aaron.
Oh, no. Nope. That is what I would have done. I basically would have been like, so sorry.
See
Thank
ya,
you for
sucker.
being here. We had a good connection.
What did she do?
Yeah. This is the only time where I have wanted to pull Cherry aside and been like, girl, what are you doing?
Oh, no. Did she do a
They-
thing like I shouldn't have picked you?
They go kind of. They
Oh,
are both very tearful. And she says, I wish I could give you a reason why it's you,
Oh,
but
no.
I don't have a reason. I'm not even sure I made the right choice.
What?
And he's just like, okay, like, and it just was, I was so frustrated with her because that speech 100% was for her to feel some resolution.
Oh, so selfish.
Yes, that is
so selfish. Do
like,
that in your
ITM.
IMDb, whatever it is. Yeah, ITM.
Yeah.
Do that then.
Do it in your ITM. In
Don't
this
do that to
guy's
that guy.
heartbreak where he did not see it coming, to tell him walking into this ceremony, I did not know it was going to be you. Okay, so you made that decision on the, like, it just was so self-serving.
Ooh,
And
charity. Charity.
It was
You know you're ending up with Dotton. Come on.
like,
Just don't make it complicated.
it was the most frustrated and disappointed I've been.
But aside from that, you got to be happy.
I'm happy we don't have to see him
That's right.
anymore. He will probably be in paradise. I think
Oh,
he'll
yeah.
be in paradise.
Yeah, because, I mean, he's got a
Yeah.
magic coin. And he
I
says,
mean,
hey,
of
Ron.
these final three,
Yeah.
one of them will probably be the next Bachelor.
Yeah.
At this point, I think she's choosing Dotton, so I think the next Bachelor will be Joey.
Joey, next Bachelor. Got it.
He's just been the least problematic and the one with the most personality that I think could carry an entire show.
Okay.
Xavier, we know nothing about at this point. He's made it to the final three, and
That's going to be good
very
enough for
little
him.
about
So it's going to be, I got you. It's going to be Aaron in Bachelors of Paradise, Xavier never, Joey next Bachelor,
That's
Dotton is the winner.
That'll be my prediction.
I like it. I like that. I like that plan.
And people that you didn't get to see, but there is two other men, Brayden and Sean.
Okay.
And Aaron. The three of them caused the most drama in the house.
Anybody named Brayden.
The three of them, big personalities, and they all had like a triangle of drama with each other. I think all three are going to be in paradise.
Wow. You guys ever met a Brayden that wasn't causing drama? I mean,
Yes.
come on. Oh, you have? Okay.
Shout
Sorry.
out Brayden Bolton. Not sure
Brayden
where you are
Bolton.
right now, but
Shout out.
he was great.
Okay. Brayden Bolton, you were great. I bet you still are.
Yeah, I haven't seen you in 15 years, but it would be really tough for you to be
Brayden,
less
please
stellar.
reach out. I would love to have a conversation if you're listening or watching or both.
I
Brayden
think
Bolton sounds like a made up name. I want to be very clear.
the last time I heard from him at all, I think he goes by Elder Brayden now.
Elder Brayden? Is he in a cult?
I think he's Mormon.
Oh, okay. Sorry I said it.
That's the last time I saw him.
Elder
So,
Brayden, reach out, please. Reach out. Next
Yeah, you were
next
fantastic.
coffee's on me.
But yeah, so that's it. Aaron goes home. He cries in the limo,
Man.
and we're headed to Fiji.
To Fiji for the fantasy suites.
Yes.
What a time to be alive.
Yeah.
Can't wait to hear what happens.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. There is some drama. We get a clip of Charity sitting by the pool, and all of a sudden she looks up and goes, "What's he doing here?
Oh no.
He's not
Oh
supposed
no.
to be here. What am I supposed to do?" And then it cuts.
You think it's Aaron?
I think it's Aaron.
Yeah, I think it's Aaron too. It's Aaron. That makes sense because she
Well,
did
does
that. Why would they show that whole thing where she's like, I didn't even know I was going to send you home?
I think it's gonna him being like, "You shouldn't have sent me home. I want another chance."
And he's going to get one and they're going to send Xavier home.
Who knows? It's
Yeah.
who knows? They're always looking for some new hook.
Man,
So,
boy, what a
Yeah.
time to be alive, Aaron. You nailed it. Not sending you home. You can do this show every week as far as I'm concerned.
yay. I'm
Fantastic.
the only one in this office who has the free time to spend 2 hours a week
true.
watching this show.
That's true. No, we all could watch 2 hours of TV a night. I want to be clear. We're just not watching The
this
Bachelor.
one.
That's right. No. I don't have,
Yeah.
that's true. I don't have time for this.
I mean,
that's accurate.
Brian watched this show for like 3 weeks.
And then bailed
and
completely.
said, "I can't
Just
do
said,
this
I'm
anymore."
out of here. It's just, it's classic Brian.
Classic Brian.
Just,
Committing.
doesn't follow through on anything,
No.
that guy.
He's the worst.
God, so
All right.
much. Well, this was
So,
fun.
yeah, we'll see you. I don't know if he'll be here for Fantasy Suites.
No, I think Bran
I think
may be
Bran
back
might do
for
that 'cause
fantasy.
he's-
But please have me back.
I was thinking it'd
Okay.
be fun to have you and Bran and maybe Brian
Ooh,
for the finale.
the whole gang for the finale. Now I feel like I know everybody. Not obviously I know all
people
those
that
people,
matter.
but yes, I know all the people on the show. So I'm in. Consider me in for that.
Yeah. Brian and I were considering maybe if I could just find the reveal of who she chooses and make you all watch it and get live
Ooh,
reaction
but I don't know what
shots.
anybody looks like, so there's
I can-
that.
I can-
You could show me some pictures. Yeah, of course. Got it. I love it.
Yeah,
I love it. Sounds like fun.
Yeah. So anyway, I'll see you next week, and you'll hopefully see Dan again.